Coming up, the tragic proof
It's just tortured me, shocked me.
about the dangers of nitazenes.
The fact that you could think you're buying a bag of cocaine and wind up with a bunch of synthetic opioids.
Be warned,
30 grams, it's enough for 25,000 lethal doses.
these drugs are instant killers. Is it too late to put a lid on this problem, or is it here?
When these drugs hit the streets, we've lost the battle.
That's next on 60 Minutes. 2 Sundays ago, we reported on the emerging threat of nitazenes, highly potent synthetic opioids which can be up to 1,000 times stronger than morphine. The very day after that story was broadcast, our warning about these illicit drugs, many of which are manufactured in Chinese labs, was validated in the worst possible way. 4 people inside a home in Melbourne, including a 17-year-old boy, died after taking cocaine, not knowing it was laced with nitazenes. It's a tragic and senseless waste of life, but it's finally bringing action from the Australian Federal Police. The scene Corey Lewis walked into inside this home in Melbourne's north 13 days ago was beyond comprehension.
And it's just tortured me, shocked me.
He found his 17-year-old cousin, Abdul El Sayed, and 3 others dead. Forensic investigators have now confirmed the 4 deaths were accidental overdoses caused by the most dangerous drug to ever hit Australia, nitazenes.
Tragic. It's really got to me.
In what turned out to be a tragic coincidence, just the night before, drug experts had gravely predicted on 60 Minutes the damage nitazenes could do. What is the biggest risk in your mind?
Absolutely the tainted drug supply and the fact that you could think you're buying a bag of cocaine and wind up with a bunch of synthetic opioids which will just kill you.
Nitazenes are a group of extremely potent synthetic opioids that have entered the illicit drug market. Any type of substance from MDMA, cocaine, counterfeit painkillers, even vapes, could be laced with the lethal drugs. The threat of nitazenes has our country's most senior law enforcement on high alert. Australian Federal Police Commander Paula Hudson wants everyone to be aware. Is Australia prepared to take on this threat?
Nitazenes have authorities very, very concerned. And we want to get the message out there to the community that what they are taking may not be what they are thinking it is. Nitazene is on the streets at the moment, so be very careful. Know the signs of overdose and be prepared.
The AFP has intercepted 37 parcels containing nitazenes in mail shipments in the last year. But now they're also finding massive amounts on the streets.
Just last week, there was 4 kilos at this stage located in Melbourne during a search warrant that AFP forensics testing identified.
4 kilos? How do you get a grip on a problem when you're finding 4 kilos of the stuff?
That's of great concern to us. What the public needs to be aware of is that 2 milligrams can be lethal. So even though we might seize 30 grams, that's enough for 25,000 lethal doses.
Our investigation into these synthetic opioids uncovered brazen Chinese manufacturers shipping the drugs to Australia and around the world.
Hello.
Until this week, it was legal there to make the deadly drugs. But as the global death toll climbs, China has announced it's cracking down on the production of nitazenes. What will that mean?
The Chinese authorities will be able to actually enforce the regulation of nitazenes through the fact that they have now been listed as a controlled substance. That will certainly equip us with much greater leverage offshore to work to prevent nitazenes from flowing down into Australia.
Won't the crooks just make a different compound to get it through?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in tune to that. Organised crime do stop at nothing, and they do change their methods and pivot. So that's incumbent upon us to do the same.
This devastation in the UK and United States is what Commander Hudson doesn't want to see in Australia. Is it too late to put a lid on this problem, or is it here?
I don't think it's too late. I don't think we have to have the same experience as our international partners. That's why it's critical that we learn from them and their experiences, because we know when these drugs hit the streets, we've lost the battle.
Hello, I'm Dimity Clancy. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our extra minute segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au and the 9Now app.